Hello, my name is David Webb, and this is a video for Dweebovision. I am a Scrabble grandmaster, and in this video I am going to play Scrabble while providing in-game commentary on my moves. Hopefully this will help to improve your game, and be fun to watch. The game has just started, so let's join the action. My opponent has gone first and changed 6 tiles. I have no high scoring tiles, and I've got a fairly balanced rack, so I should be close to a bingo, but I don't think I do actually have one. I therefore need to play off the U, split up the duplicate R, and leave myself with a reasonable leave. So I could play hour. Now, the L and the R don't go great together, but I don't want to leave myself with a vowel-heavy leave, and I don't want to provide too many floaters for my opponent. And that again looks close to a bingo. I do have the duplicate R, that's one of the better letters in terms, if you had to rank letters in terms of how bad they are to be duplicated, then the R is one of the better ones. I can't see a 7-letter bingo. I'm just looking at the floaters in hour to see if there are any 8s available. Unfortunately the O and the R duplicate tiles that I already have, and are therefore less likely to be useful, which just leaves the U, and I can't see anything using that. Airwise I think is good, but I'm just going to check it. It's fine, and I believe that takes a P at the front. Now, has my opponent provided any floaters that make a bingo? Can't see anything through any of those floaters, so I don't think he has. And again, I'm stuck with a rack with no high scoring tiles, so it's a real struggle to score. Well, probably the best opportunity for scoring is parallel to Airwise, particularly with a move which incorporates the W. But I can't see anything. Gosh, this is quite a troublesome rack. Sour takes an E at the end. Gosh, this is really tricky. I mean, there are hundreds of moves available, probably thousands. It's just that they all score a negligible amount of points. So I definitely want to play off the R and the O, preferably one more vowel, so perhaps or. 9 points. I am behind, so it's probably not too bad that I haven't closed down the floaters in Airwise. Great, I draw the blank. I've got literary through the A of Airwise. I've got reality down from the square to the left of the E of Airwise. So I'm definitely bingoing. My task now is to find the best bingo. Just wondering if I can put the blank as a P at the top of Airwise. Well, I can't see a 7-letter bingo there. Right, my opponent has taken out the literary spot, so I still have reality. Just looking to if I can pluralise or. Actually, Ori is good, so I could play reality and Ori, but that would place the R in row A, and I'm sure there are bingos which don't do that. I'm going to mentally run through the alphabet. I'm up to H. I note that reality has an anagram in irately, but I can't use that to advantage. Inertly is good, but not surprisingly these are all putting the Y at the end of the word, and that's what I'm trying to avoid. Stylia. Oh yes, that works. Look at this. Avoids opening up rows A or O, and it's a double-double. So that is really good. Stylia for 93 points. And I draw a pretty drecky rack. But looking at the score, I'm only 17 points behind now, so Stylia has really brought me back into contention. I note that HI at D5 takes a G in front, so I could play Lig or Rig or Trig. Actually, Trig is quite appealing. I'd like to play off as many tiles as possible from this rack. And Trig, 26 points is pretty good. I've also got Lidger or Ridgel at J7 through the E of Stylia. My opponent comes straight back with a bingo. This actually makes it easier to play Trig, because although I'm opening up a triple word square, my opponent's already done that. So opening up a second one increases the likelihood of me getting one of them. 26 points. What would I get for Girds in column 15? 21 points. DLR is not a great leave. It would be nice to use up one more tile, because I don't want to have another consonant heavy rack. I think, yes, there is the first E of emeroids. I could play Regild. Let's see what that scores. It's almost certainly a much better move. Higher score, better leave, 30 points. Well, despite playing all those tiles, I do still have a consonant heavy rack, but I've got scoring tiles, so this is less of a problem. I've actually got frac at A4. That is going to be a big, big score. And hopefully my opponent's going to be drawn to the S of emeroids and leave that spot alone. So frac. think that's about 58 points. That's fantastic. I don't think frantic can be spelt with a K at the end, otherwise I could play that through the eye of regild or the eye of emeroids. So although I've only got one vowel, great frack is still free. Although I've got only one vowel, it is important to consider bingos through vowels on the board, because there may be one available. 58 points. And another 6-consonant rack. But again, I shouldn't have much difficulty scoring off this. I note that there's a triple letter square at J10 where I could place the H. So I could play hend, either across or down. That would be over 30 points. I'm 23 points behind, so I'm staying in touch, but it is my opponent to go next, so I could well be 50 points behind. It would be nice to play off the V, but I would want to score well. Well, I could play viand through the eye of emeroids. That's only 18 points. But if that's the best that's available, it'll still be fine. I think hend, the superior score of hend, though, would make it a preferable play. As long as I am behind, I'd like the board to stay open. I can't use the F of frac and one of the triple word squares. So what else do I have? Really, there's only the one really good hotspot for my rack, which is that triple letter square. I don't want to play a move like van and leave myself with 4 consonants. Great, I don't need to worry about that. I've got hend, and either way I play it, I'm going to be taking out floaters, but there are still a lot of scoring opportunities on this board, and 34 points is a lot. 3 T's, not so great. And I'm just 13 points behind now. I certainly need to do something about the T surplus. And it would be good to get rid of the V as well. I could play Vita through the eye of regild. Problem with that is that it only scores 14 points. But playing off the V and 2 of the 3 T's certainly resolves all of the problems in this rack. I note that both blanks have been played, so there's no blanks to increase one's probability of getting by playing lots of tiles. I think, gosh, I'm not sure. I was thinking about vitate. Gosh, oh, and that's the spot stays open for vitate. Clearly vitate at M7 is going to score a lot more than just vita. But as a 7-letter word with 3 T's and a V, it's likely to be below the point at which I am in terms of learning words in probability order. Having said that, I almost certainly thought of vitate for a reason. Well, I'm just 40 points behind. Vita leaves a good leave. I'm not confident about Vit 8, so it doesn't make sense to play it. That looks promising. I've got Tenia at I5 down. Do I have a second bingo? Does Tenia have an anagram? Don't think it does. Do I have anything through the D of re-guild? Can't see anything. Looking at the opportunities, there's row B beginning at B7, but I can't play Tenia there. Also got column 14. Tenia doesn't play. And in terms of floaters, I've really only got the D of re-guild. Ah, Tenia's been blocked. How annoying. Just as I was about to go into the lead. Am I missing something? Now any bingo here is going to be a bingo I've learnt, so it would be particularly annoying to overlook one. I've got 10.5 minutes left. There's only 22 tiles in the bag, so I don't have time problems. Gosh, how irksome. And with all 1-point tiles, if I don't play a bingo, I'm not going to score very well. Mazer is good, so I could play Tier. Well, that would be using the last R. I can see the tiles that are unseen at the bottom of the screen. 22 in the bag, 7 on my opponent's rack. There are 2 T's out there, but no R's, and the R is a good letter. Well, I don't think I can be missing something. There is the DI of Hend and Emeroids, but I haven't learnt my 9s, and I can't see anything through them. I hope there isn't an anagram of Tenia, because if there is, it's possible it goes in row B. Is there anything through the D? Right, I'm going to have to stop looking. Do I want to play Tier? I'm 60 points behind, so I do need to keep the board open. That's 24 points. Rack leave of EIN isn't great, but the E's obviously a good letter to keep. The I, there's only 2 in the bag. Ooh, but there's 4 N's, so I'm running a real risk of having a duplicate N next go, and that's not good for bingo prospects. So maybe I should rethink that. A leave of EIRT would be much better. So EIRT, I'd have to play ENE. Now, I could do that here, and this would be opening up a bingo lane in column C. Only scores 10 points. And I'm obstructing the the use of the DWEEB. Wow, this is a tricky rack. It would have been so much easier if I'd just had a bingo that went down. So is this the best I can do? Well, can't think of anything better. I have a duplicate E and a duplicate I, so that's not a nice pick up from an EIRT leave. But I've got a scoring tile in the B. There are 19 tiles left. I'm 50 points behind, so effectively I'm a bingo behind. So I need to score and keep the board open. The B is not a great bingo tile, so it would be useful to play it, but if I play it, I would certainly want to resolve my duplicates, and there aren't that many words with a B, an E and an I in it, or in them. I could play bite at L3, but that would then be removing the bingo lane I've just opened. I note now that there's only one I left, so I'm not going to be hit with a rack full of eyes. My opponent's got 10 minutes left. I've got 7. Unguent. I can feel this game slipping away. That's a nice spot by my opponent, especially with 2 U's and 2 N's. I think Unguent takes an A at the end. I'm now 120 points behind. And my prospects of winning this game are very slim. Big opens up a bingo lane. There's only 1 E and 1 I left, so I may not add to the ones I currently have. And with only 12 tiles left, it's quite good to be able to play off just a couple of letters. Right, what do I have? Well, I'm not sure I have anything. I don't think I have a E7. I'm just looking at the floaters that are available. The D of Regild, the A of Airwise, the B of Big. And there's nothing through any of those. I think if there was an E available, I would have Gleetia. I think there may be something through the A of Airwise which doesn't begin with the A. I would have Legerity through a Y, or onto a Y rather. So is there any hope of winning this game? I'm 100 points behind. It's very unlikely. All my opponent really needs to do is to keep scoring. I guess if I got a very high scoring bingo and my opponent got stuck with a Q, it would be possible to win, but that's unlikely to happen. But if you are in this position where a game is definitely lost, one's focus should be on minimising the losing spread. So there is always something to consider. That's a lovely word, kneecab or NICAB by my opponent, 42 points. And I've got Liger. It empties the bag, but that doesn't matter because it's scoring 43 points. And by emptying the bag I will still have 7 tiles, so it's possible that I could bingo to reduce the losing spread a little. That's a nice rack. I can't see a 7. Can't see anything through the B. The B and the F aren't a good combination. No, I don't think there's anything there. I can see what my opponent's got. He's got good scoring tiles. He's only got 1 vowel, but he has got the Y, which can do duty as a vowel. And he can also put the the W at the end of "een" to make NU. So he could play Scalp for a massive score at 0-1. But he can't go out, so I'm definitely going to have to play. I could play Snai. My opponent's played Snai somewhere. M3. Oh, okay, pluralizing unguent. He's left himself with... Well, he's kept the W, but I don't think he can now play NU and reach the triple word square at 0-1. So that danger has gone. Okay, I could play Deafen down here. Let's see what that scores. That's 28 points. Leaves me with a T. I can certainly go out with that. Is there something better? Just looking around for any available hotspots. Nothing is jumping out at me as being a great scoring opportunity. So that just leaves me with the T. I need to look around and see the best place for it, which isn't difficult. I just need to scan the rows, so I can get 9 points for Chit in row D. I'm up to row K now. I could get 6 for playing Not at J12. And 8 for playing Tag in row M and column 13. So Chit is the highest scoring move currently available. Oh my word, I've just spotted NICAB made the word TN. Ooh. That's disappointing. Wonder if my opponent planned on playing it 1 square to the right. Ooh, that's a bad mistake, bad oversight. Gosh, TN. Oh well. I don't think it would have made a difference to the result in the game. But who knows. So I lose by 487 points to 358. Well played by my opponent. Let's see what I missed. Okay, this was my opening rack, and it's just suggesting 5-letter plays with low score, so that's certainly not better than my play. No bingos here. Again, a whole bunch of low scoring moves. And Flightier and Stylier were the two highest scoring bingos. Reguild, highest scoring move here and the best move. Frack, yep, that was my move. And Hend was also my move, and none of the other moves there look better. Vit8 was good, 30 points. I played Vita for 13, so certainly Vit8 was a better play. Tenia and nothing else were playable. Eton C7. Oh, I see, parallel to Airwise, that would have been nice. Mind you, it wouldn't have opened up a bingo lane. B at D7. Yep, again parallel to Airwise, but keeping the duplicate eye, so that wouldn't have been a good move. Ooh, look at that. Or rather, don't look at it, it's horrible. Liger, yep. And, well, Deafen is one of the better moves. And finally, Stairwise. Wow, what a lovely word, Stairwise. That would have been nice to have spotted it, but I didn't know it. Anyway, so there you go, an interesting game. Definitely lessons to be learnt by me, to really pay attention to what moves your opponent is making, particularly when your opponent appears to be playing well through playing good words. It is, as you can see, possible to overlook checking all of the little words that are made by his move. But I didn't win this game, it wasn't to be. And that's that. So I hope you enjoyed watching this video. My name is David Webb, and this has been a video for Dweebovision.